Imagine you just spent hours on your podcast. You recorded it, you edited it, you took all the time to come up with your title and thumbnail. You launch it, 20 views. Immediately, your brain says the algorithm must hate you. Believe me, I understand this. This is a new channel for us, and we're still trying to figure out how to create great content for you. And today I'm armed with some extra information because I just got back from yet another conference where I once again listened to the man responsible for the YouTube algorithm. This is the 5th time I've actually seen him speak, and he's had the same message each time. So let me walk you through what he says about the YouTube algorithm. Most creators picture YouTube like this. You upload your video. YouTube hands it out to 100 people. If those 100 people like that video, then they pass it out to 100 more. And when you get into the millions, that means you had thousands and thousands of renditions of this supporting you to the next step. Seems so simple, right? But according to YouTube, this is not what happens. Instead, every single time somebody opens up, the consumer, YouTube asks a completely different question. Not is this video that you just uploaded any good? Instead is what is this person most likely to enjoy at this very moment? That's a massive difference because it means there's not just one algorithm. There are billions of recommendations happening individually at all times. Think about the way you consume YouTube. Let's say you're having lunch. You get in a quick 6-minute video while you're eating your sandwich. But then later on tonight, when you're in your bed, maybe you have time for an hour-long documentary. When you're consuming YouTube on your home television, maybe that's the time you watch a 3-hour Joe Rogan podcast. You're the same person, but at different times, you want different types of content, which means YouTube can't be the same for you every single time either. Here's where it gets super interesting. If YouTube isn't punishing creators, then why do videos fail? Because creators are blaming the algorithm for where they're falling short. It's one of those things in life where it's kind of like you have to look within. Maybe your title wasn't interesting. Maybe your thumbnail wasn't appealing. Maybe people clicked, but then they realized it wasn't what they expected. If you think of it, that hurts a little deeper because it's not YouTube picking winners or losers. It's people actually not enjoying your content or not being clever enough to get them to where they get the chance to. This is one of my favorite things this man talks about when he talks about the algorithm. He says, whenever you're tempted to go, why did the algorithm do this? Replace the word algorithm with audience. Instead of asking, why didn't the algorithm recommend me? Ask yourself, why didn't the audience choose me? That question is ultimately more insightful. Even with our new channel here, we're constantly thinking about the things that are actually going to help you to meet you where you're at. But the problem sometimes in being an expert in things, you tend to forget what was so easy for you. And that's where you have to constantly draw back to the audience. We haven't made one video on this platform yet that is really what you're seeking. And that's not the algorithm's fault. That's our fault for not connecting with our audience. We know things that this studio, the world does not know in podcasting, but we're failing to meet you where you're at. And chances are, with your own podcast, you're doing the same thing. We could sit back and blame the algorithm, or we could look introspectively with each video and think, how can we be better? There was a couple of things I was surprised about that the head of the YouTube algorithm's been saying for years. To be honest, I'm having a hard time connecting the dots, seeing as we manage a ton of accounts. They say that subscribers don't matter. And in some ways I've seen this because I've seen low subscriber videos blast off out of nowhere. But to think that subscribers don't matter at all and YouTube isn't taking into account what has worked in the past seems a little naive to me. Especially if you think about it, YouTube's #1 job is to keep you on the platform. So if you've had a piece of content in the past that really performed well, that got a certain type of audience onto your platform, I would have a hard time believing it's not using that as a tool to make sure you're stuck on the next one. I always think about Netflix in this way. If I've been watching a lot of Arnold movies, then it's probably going to dare risk a Sylvester Stallone movie, right? It's probably not going to throw me a rom-com very often if I'm in that phase of checking out the same type of movie all the time. But just so you know the official stance, YouTube says at any time it's assessing a winner and any video can be that winner. A key insight that people use that are big into YouTube and I actually love, YouTube doesn't push videos for the creator. It pulls videos to the consumer. It is trying to find the best possible fit for you at that specific time, and therefore keeping you on the platform as long as it possibly can. So if you find that you're in low view count creator jail like we are at the moment, then the answer is you're too risky and you're not creating content for the audience. And just so you know, we practice what we preach here. We'll continue to build videos every week, trying to assess the needs of what you want and what is going to be most helpful for your podcast adventure. If you feel like it, it, go ahead and leave a message in the comments. We're glad to look into creating that video for you to meet you where you're at and get you to the next level in your podcast. The big thing here is to stop asking, how can you beat the algorithm? And to start asking, how can I build videos that the audience absolutely wants? So the next time your video underperforms, there's a couple things you can ask yourself. Did the title create curiosity? Did the thumbnail stop the scroll? And did it also communicate the promise of the video? Did the first 30 seconds deliver and hook you in? Did it solve a real problem for you? And lastly, would I click this even if it wasn't my own video? Folks, that's a little bit of what I got out of the YouTube algorithm seminar. Don't feel bad if you're in the low click jail of YouTube. Just means you're still learning your audience and what exactly they need. Especially if you're an expert in the subject, you tend to be shoulder level when you really should be heel level, because your audience and those starting new, that's where they're at. So until next time, coming at you live from Business Radio X, Backlot Studios, and AZ Pod Studio. Connect to us for things working in the podcast world with seminars and more videos to come. See you later.